Crit at PhD Speed Gaming event in Dallas, Texas. We're here with Mara from Greater Than Games, and I believe we're going to the past to see the future with their game here, Lazer Ryderz. So why don't you tell us about it?
Absolutely. Lazer Ryderz is a high-speed, high-energy trackless racing game that uses the table as your board. So any surface that you can even play it on the carpet. Any surface that you're on, you can use your lasers to play the game. You are trying to compete to get to the prisms first, and whoever captures 3 prisms will end up being the winner. And the start of the game, if you'll hand me that little feller over there,
absolutely,
you are going to be blindly placing this. So you throw out your prisms on the table. Each of you throw out one. So you can play up to 4 players, and so you throw out the prisms, and then you're blindly trying to figure out if you can try and get in the path of that prism by placing this on the board. You have to close your eyes and then hold up your hands and say, hey, I'm going to be in gear 3. And so you'll start in gear 3, and you've got these little things on here that will show what gear you're in. These are the prototypes, so they're a little tight,
okay,
but this will show you what gear you're traveling in. And so then you place it here, blindly go, and then you're going to place it. Now when you're placing your track to try and capture the prism, you cannot actually like measure and go, hey, I want to see how long this is, and measure. You actually have to just go, okay, I think that one will work, and try and get
I think that's a 5.
and try and do this, and then
a bit of
go
a
like
dexterity
this
thing there.
Yeah, so it's very much based on Tron and their love of Tron. So
our love of Tron as well.
Yes. And you can see that we went totally retro on the packaging with each of the characters coming in their own little case. They pull out to where they have their own little thing. This will be fitted. Each of the pieces will have like their own little sections in here in the final product. And so yeah, it's a very fun 80s retro game that we're very excited to be releasing. And whoever captures 3 prisms is the winner.
Yeah, I mean, it captures that theme perfectly. I mean, I remember being as a kid getting the VHS collection sets. And this, like, you got the wear and tear and just...
Yeah, no, the packaging is great. And when is this one coming out?
This actually comes out in July. I'll be sending folks some early copies to get the early looks in before the game releases. But yeah, it'll be hitting in July, and so we'll have this at Gen Con available for sale.
Perfect. How many players does it go?
Up to 4.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Fun.
4 tapes.
And it's shiny. It's so shiny.
It's that kind of that old Trapper Keeper look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lisa Frank stickers.
Yeah.
I think that reminds me of the old Transformers logo, like fonts and stuff.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it captures that 80s
Good
perfectly.
hodgepodge of nostalgia there. So that's exciting. What else do you guys have coming out in the future, or maybe that just was recently released? Anything else you want to
So
plug?
we have a couple of games coming out from June through August of this year. We've got Exoplanets coming out, which is going to be the North American release of that product. Came from Europe. And then we've got Fate of the Elder Gods, which is a Cthulhu Mythos game that's coming out.
Sure,
That's very fun. And then we also have Spirit Island, where you're acting as a spirit, trying to defend your island from invaders coming in. So it's a very fun game, very, very, as I call, crunchy game.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
Those are the exciting releases we have coming up through Gen Con. And then another huge thing that I can't forget to mention is that Sentinel Comics RPG is coming out for Gen Con.
Oh, that's
so
exciting.
keep an eye on for that. We're going to be releasing the actual starter kit, and it'll be for sale at Gen Con.
Cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be a good one, because everybody loves those characters.
Oh yes, we're all very much invested in those characters and the time we spend in the game. So.
Getting the lore of it all put together.
Christopher has a massive amount of lore in his head.
I bet.
So they have some wonderful ideas for the RPG, and I feel like RPGs are becoming more popular, and it's going to be an entry-level RPG where it'll have things that are in depth enough for the seasoned RPG player, but also just very, very comprehensive, so people can just really delve into it. So it'll be segue into maybe deeper and bigger things with regards to RPGs. But everybody should be able to play this. It's going to be super easy to get into. So.
Sure. Yeah, we always like to hear that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's always a great thing, and definitely since if people might be coming from the board game, never done an RPG before.
Yeah. Right.
But still invested in, we said, all these characters, you made such a great roster.
Yeah, that is exciting. Well, we're looking forward to all of that stuff, whether it's 80s themed or
I just gotta find
brand
my
new.
VHS player.
I know.
I know.
Fit into one of those.
It's like a stroke of genius. Jen is our creative director, and she actually thought of this packaging.
It's one of the.
It sells itself. I mean, it's pretty. The game sounds cool, but it doesn't even have to be really. Just
everybody wants to have that sitting on their shelf. Yeah, it's a very cool thing. And if we do any expansions for it, they'll actually be an individual
cage. Yeah, so you can just have.
Yeah, so
perfect.
It's a very fun look, and I think that it's right. We're riding that wave right now of the '80s. Retro.
Honestly, I feel like you could see this in the arcade. You know, that old arcade we have near us. That's a retro arcade, and this would just be like perfectly sat right next to everything there.
Yeah, just a trophy on your shelf. Or just to trick people into thinking it's a movie.
But the game itself sounds just hilarious, just as fun. The idea, just being like, I crashed.
And if you crash into another person's laser, you blow it up, so they have to like start from scratch again. So you can strategically do that to try and ruin somebody's path to the prism.
Oh man.
Well, it looks like we're gonna be hitting each other a lot.
Yeah.
As usual. Well, this is all awesome. We can't wait to try it all out. Thanks so much for coming by
thank you for having me.
Showing it to us. We'll have links to more of that stuff in the description below, and you can check out more right here on this channel. Thanks for joining us. This is Roll for Crit.